Hello everyone, this is Showtime 112. In April 1917, Britain and France launched an offensive on the Western Front known as the Nivelle Offensive, which also resulted in a large-scale aerial campaign. Losses on the Allied side, especially among the British, were so high that the entire month became remembered as Bloody April. For an introduction, strategic overview, and details on the aircraft types involved, please refer to the previous video, which you can access via the link in the video description or the suggestion card in the top right corner. Although the main push began only in mid-April, preparations had started long before. The commanders wanted to gather as much information about the enemy as possible, so they sent reconnaissance and observation aircraft to locate targets and then direct artillery fire against them. Naturally, this led to numerous fighter aircraft being dispatched to intercept or protect the observation planes, resulting in plenty of air combat. The main limiting factor, however, was the weather. Early spring of 1917 brought frequent clouds, fog, rain, and even snowstorms. The aggressive doctrine of the Royal Flying Corps dictated that aircraft were to be sent up as soon as the weather improved even slightly, and its fighters often patrolled deep behind German lines. The first aerial victory of April was achieved by a German Lieutenant Otto Bernat of Jagdstaffel II, named Jasta Belke after the fallen German ace Oswald Belke. Bernat's victim was an observation balloon at Villers-aux-Flots at 10:45. Balloons were counted as aerial victories just like airplanes. Although they might seem like large, stationary, and therefore easy targets, shooting one down was anything but simple. They were usually well protected by anti-aircraft artillery, and merely puncturing them did not make them catch fire. Some pilots considered balloon attacks more difficult than engagements against aircraft. In this instance, Lieutenant Bernat and his wingman took advantage of the weather, using cloud cover to approach their target before setting it ablaze. Both balloon observers saved themselves by parachuting down. It was Bernat's 11th victory and the first British air loss of April. At about the same time, the RFC's No. 15 Squadron sent a two-seat BE-2 observation aircraft to direct artillery fire in the same area. It was flown by Captain Arthur Wynne, with Lieutenant Adrian Mackenzie as his observer. The BE-2 was badly outdated by this point. Although very stable and easy to fly, it was slow and poorly maneuverable, making it easy prey for advanced German scout aircraft such as the Albatros D2 and D3. To make matters worse for Wynne and Mackenzie, they were about to encounter one of the most famous German aces of the war, Werner Voss, flying an Albatros D2. Spotting the BE-2 at 800 feet between Écou and Saint-Léger, Lieutenant Voss used cloud cover to approach, then dove on his target. Captain Wynne saw him and turned west. When the British plane descended to about 100 feet, Mackenzie was killed during Fawcett's second pass. Wynne was wounded as well, but managed to nurse his damaged aircraft back over British lines and crash land. He survived despite being thrown from the cockpit. This may have been fortunate, as Voss then flew low to strafe the already wrecked aircraft. Less than 2 weeks short of his 20th birthday, the German ace secured his 23rd victory. Attacking a defeated enemy in such a manner was not uncommon at this stage of the war, showing that the chivalry, often associated with World War I aerial combat, had by then largely disappeared. Still, the BE-2s were not entirely helpless, as discovered by German Lieutenant Alfred Mohl, commander of Jasta III. While leading a patrol just south of Douai, he encountered the British observation plane crewed by 2nd Lieutenants Gordon and Baker. As Mohl dove on the BE-2, its gunner managed to hit his Albatros D2 and set it on fire. The German pilot, who had 6 victories to his name, died when his burning aircraft crashed behind British lines. On 1st of April, the British lost an FE-2 of No. 11 Squadron. A patrol of these outdated 2-seat pusher aircraft took off at 2:20 p.m. One of them, flown by Corporal Wilson, failed to return, and the loss was initially blamed on bad weather. The FE-2 was last seen west of Boyel, and German flak units claimed responsibility. Both Wilson and his observer were captured. Poor weather prevented any further aerial activity that afternoon. The French sector of the front was much quieter, with only a single German 2-seater being claimed behind enemy lines by Sergeant Gu of Escadrille 67, flying a Nieuport Scout. German records indicate that one observer of Fliegerabteilung 288B was severely wounded, possibly the result of this French claim. On the first day of April 1917, on the Arras front, the British lost 2 airplanes and 1 balloon, while claiming a single German aircraft in return. The German claims correspond perfectly with the British losses and vice versa. As you will see in future episodes, this kind of exact correspondence was not often the case. Let us know how you like these detailed accounts of aerial campaigns and whether you would like to see more. Naturally, not every day and every engagement will be represented in such depth. Thank you for your time and keep watching Showtime 112.